Hey, what's up? I'm Harry,
Hi, I'm Evan.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Dominic. We are Stential.
and you're watching the Heavy.
Heavy mental breakdown.
Knocked out.
That was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. You know what? I'm gonna blame it on the Wi-Fi was not good in my basement tonight, so it sounded choppy. But you guys were right on point there. Uh,
Got lagged a little bit. That's what it was.
anyway, you guys are rocking out of New Jersey, and I was a little disappointed tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little disappointed already in you guys because I don't wear my sports jerseys much because I don't, sports is a big part of my life, but it's, I want to show my music side. So I wore my New York Rangers jersey just to kind of mess with you guys a little bit. But you guys are like, we're not even New Jersey Devils fans. We rock with the Flyers out of Philly. So you guys, it's already a little disappointing. I wanted to make you a little angry, but it's okay. It's fine.
I don't even watch sports.
It's true of me growing up, but do you know about the North-South Jersey divide? We can talk about it.
Yeah, so you gotta know your jersey.
I understand the importance of it because the rest of my family grew up with it, but I went to music instead.
I get it.
Everybody else is into sports.
There's a lot of things since moving to New York that I've needed to figure out. I told one person that I was like, "Hey, I'm in Long Island," and someone just like completely freaked out. It's not in Long Island, it's on Long Island, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know this. Okay, sorry. I am so sorry." There's like all these little things that I'm trying to, figure out being over here on the East Coast, but
It was for Staten Island too, I think. I live on Staten Island.
oh, okay. All right. I mean, I get it, but I don't know why they're taking it so personal.
I don't either.
But not in Long Island. Correct yourself. Anyway, enough about sports. Go Blackhawks. Stential, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on. For anybody who doesn't know about your music and about you guys, what is a little bit of a history and a sum up of the band?
Yeah, we've been around for I want to say 3 years now. Originally, it was me, Chris, and my brother John, and then Dom came along, and then it was just me, Chris, and Dom, and then we're like, we should add another guitar player. Who do we like that we want to jam with? And we were like, let's get Evan, because Evan's awesome and he's a good musician. He's a good friend of ours. And then after we wrote Memento Mori with all the sound clips and everything in it, we were like, we should get somebody to do sound clips. Who do we like? And Dave was definitely the first guy on the chopping block. So we asked Dave to come and do sound clips for us. But then it progressed into him doing vocals and getting a Korg and doing all this other cool stuff. So it's really progressed from where we first started to where we are now, especially because the sound that we have now isn't what we were originally going for. It was a joke between me and Chris, and so the story is we were at somewhere, and there was a menu board, and the words on the menu board said Fruit Donut, and he's like, yo, we should start a sludgy punk band and call it Fruit Donut. And I'm like, I'm down, let's go for it. And so we tried forcing this sound out, and it just didn't work. And we just turned into this early 2000s esque type sound, and it's just grown from there, really.
What genre would you say that you are?
Oh God. Not screamo.
Not screamo.
All right, we'll cancel out screamo. How about country? What is just what's the genre here? I'm not.
I'm not qualified.
Yeah, I'm not qualified either.
I don't know,
I could try it.
early 2000s core, mathcore, emotional hardcore.
Math? You say mathcore?
Yeah,
There's a little bit of math in there.
I'm assuming it's very a very technical.
Like a lot of fast stops, like da 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 dun 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 dun, kind of very
Cool.
jazzy in a way. You'll kind of hear what I mean. It's just my opinion, but
I mean, what do you think, Dave?
No, yeah, usually technical. Mathcore, you know, it's kind of funny because it has like two sides. So like sometimes you're gonna get something that is like twinkly and has like complicated like tapping rhythms, and then sometimes you're just gonna get like Dillinger Escape Plan, and they're gonna slam their instruments for 7 minutes and yell, and it's gonna be rad. So really funny term, but technicality is usually like a good part of it. It's busy. Like mathcore is usually very busy, so lots of notes. Like it's filled with noise.
Okay. Well,
I meant
well,
like, what would you classify us?
Oh, us? I'm partial to emotional hardcore.
oh yeah, doesn't it say? Don't you guys have it in like your bio or something?
Emotional hardcore.
Emotional hardcore.
I found out in an article recently that most like song subgenre names start as jokes. Sure.
Yeah.
Like emo violence that started as a joke. I just learned that reading an article. So that's why they all sound so ridiculous. And as humans, we need categories to understand the world around us. I get that, but I have to use them, but I hate them at the same time. It's
I've gotten just so lost on all the genres and all the subgenres and everything, but I do know there are people who are very specific and want to be in a very specific scene, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, so Dave, you were saying before we started recording that you're the newest member of this band.
Yeah.
How's everything going with you and connecting with the other boys?
It's been really great. So I've been jamming with them for I guess like half-ish a year now, and I started as a fan. So like I've known Harry for a long time. We've gigged in other bands together, not in the same band, but playing shows together for like 10 years plus at this point. It feels like, and so. Yeah, I was just going to their shows, you know, giving them their flowers, just really enjoying the music, telling everybody I could, like, yo, this is my new favorite band in New Jersey.
Wow.
Especially like in our area. And so then all of a sudden, Harry, I went to a show with him and he was like, we're looking for a sampler guy to push buttons. Like, would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, put my name in the hat. And so things kind of evolved from there. They asked me to come to a practice. I learned some lyrics because I do primarily vocals in other bands. And then something about like a sampler just didn't feel enough for me. So I said, why don't we just try something else and add some keys? So yeah, I picked up a Korg and I'm learning how to play it as we write new music. And it's been really, really cool. I get a lot of good reception. And it's funny we're talking about genres because I think that's why we struggle with the questions so much. Because like you said, a lot of people like want to be a specific thing. And I'd say like one of the things that makes this band so fun to be in is like we're kind of the opposite. And all the bands that I like to be in are like that. We're just like, let's just do whatever comes to our brain. Like whatever feels good when we play our instruments. Or when you play that chord, let's play this. And it doesn't matter if that's sounds like the song we played before or is the sound that we want. It's just whatever like kind of feels good. Like,
I'm gonna classify you guys as Stential core. What do you think of that?
that's so cool.
I like that.
Love it.
Honestly, that's the best description I can think of.
You should totally like use that idea as like a shirt or some Stential core.
You know what they are really good for though? A starting point, like of a band getting together, like a target to kind of shoot for, and then see how it evolves from there. That's what like those labels are really useful for, I think, in my mind.
Yeah. So everybody besides Dave, you guys were all rocking together before, and then this guy comes in and brings a whole new kind of flavor to the band. How did that feel, bringing somebody new into this world that you guys had already existed, but also bringing in some new ideas and something cool to bring?
I think it's amazing. It's just made it more cohesive. I feel like since Dave came in, we've definitely all like have developed a deeper connection, especially after like the few days we spent out on the road together. And like it just the energy just grew, especially live, like because he's jumping around, I'm jumping around, Chris is jumping around, Dom's standing up behind his drum set, Evan's just standing there. Um,
Most of the time.
but like, yeah, I mean, I personally love it. I think he's an amazing addition, and like, it at this point, it feels like he's, how am I trying to word this? Like, it's like he's never not been here.
It just feels natural. It feels like it's been this way forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. And I love the story of how you were a fan of them first. So it's like, if anybody's going to be loyal to this, it's going to be somebody, first off, that we trust, but someone who just fucking loves this, who loves the music.
1000%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy as a band that's already established to bring somebody in. So it's usually a big deal when that happens. And so that's cool that not only were you a fan of them, but they wanted to have you, and it's working out great. That's awesome.
I mean, the main reason we brought him on, same thing with Evan, we just were like, who do we like a lot in our friend group that is super chill and fun? And like, yeah, Dave was definitely one of those people. 'Cause it's not like we were out looking for no good musicians to join the band. No offense, Evan.
No, sorry.
Like, we just wanted to jam with our homies, and that's it, and just have a good time.
All right, just one thing. So I'm just going to say it. Just to get it out there, you guys seem like you're just having a bunch of fun. To me, it just seems like best friends who give each other shit all day long, who are joking, who just want to make fun music together. I don't know what our genre is. We're Stential core. That's what we are. We're not trying to do anything else. We're doing us, and we're having fun with it with our friends. And I think that's when a lot of the best music comes out, was just like when there's no expectations, really. I mean, I'm sure you guys have some goals and stuff, but when you're doing it because you love it and it's fun, I think the pressure's kind of off in that way. So when you go into it, it's natural because you just fucking love it. And with dynamics like this, I mean, it's perfect.
That's what it feels like to me. Yeah, you kind of hit on the head with that.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like within like each time we got like added another member to the group, like it just made things so much easier for all of us every single time.
The family's growing.
Yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong, like me, Chris and Harry at first, we had things going for sure, but like just getting them on board just like skyrocketed it to like 150%. Like they really helped a lot.
Definitely,
Hell
yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
adding another guitar, like, because now Evan can back me up on guitar, add other melodies. Dave can back us up on vocals, and it's just like another perspective. Like the newer song, I think it's really cool because like Evan has primarily played like punk and stuff, like pretty much his whole music career. So having him come in and learn this wacky music, and then start writing off of some of his riffs for the new stuff, it's just adding like a really cool sound, and it's just exciting because it's like it just keeps evolving and going in different directions while keeping that that stenchally sounds.
That sounds weird when you say it like that. I don't know why.
I love this dynamic. I think it's awesome, and I think one of the goals of this podcast is to bring the fans to feel like they can get a little bit more of a deeper dive into just how your minds work and how you interact together, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. So with that being said, usually what I do on this podcast is we break down the lyrics with the artist that wrote them. In this interview, the main lyricist of the song is not present in this interview. So it's mostly the other band members and we're going to break it down together and kind of just describe what it means to you guys and what's your perception of it. Like, what does it mean to you and how does it relate to you and your mental health? So I'm actually very excited to do this one. And the track is called The Final Act, a hefty dose of Oxytocin. Did I say that right?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. Oxytocin. There we go. There we go.
Hey, act three. Or the final act show.
The final act. So, with all the tracks you guys got, why did you decide to go with the final act? What does this song mean to you as a band?
Yeah, even though I didn't write any lyrics to this song at all, it's fine. We just call it the final act because it really just brings all the themes of like all the past songs together all in one. In fact, we even like reused some lyrics from the previous songs. In fact, I remember like a major repeating line that goes through like almost all the songs, like "I will be happy again," and like that's kind of like just like the theme of like the final act of just like finally being able to like reconcile with things and like just be happy with it and like just having a more better outlook on everything instead of just being a negative Nancy or whatever. I think it's negative Nancy. I don't know. I might have it wrong, honestly.
It's what it means to you, and I think you summed it up really well for me in a lot of ways. Yeah, what Dom said, I second all that, but I think its placement on the album is obviously not just because it's the final act, it's the good placement, but lyrically it leaves hope in the lyrics. And not every lyric I've ever written for other bands and stuff like that is like the time I write lyrics is when I need to write lyrics and I need to get that stuff out, and it's usually pretty sad, deep stuff, which is why I relate to every feeling in the song and pretty much every situation that he wrote about. So it's an important song for me because hope is important to keep moving forward a lot of the times for people with mental health issues. It's just life in general, to get in the shower in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But
even getting out of the bed in the morning to get to the shower.
Yeah.
So Dave, you're not on this track, correct?
So I am.
Oh, you are. You're on this one.
Yeah. So my vocals are on it. They got me in the band just in time to lay some vocals on these.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I am here. I recorded for this song. I actually, funny enough, learned the lyrics to the beginning section like in the booth. So like I had seen them play it live a few times. We had played it together live, but I didn't know them. So as I recorded them, it is the same hour that I'm like reading them off my phone in the booth.
When did this track come out?
November, mid-November.
Yeah. November 15th. It was the day we played the Heavy Lolo show at William Brennan.
on the cover of that single, just want to say.
So this one's kind of new for you guys. How has your audience received this one?
It's incredible. This one is pretty amazing because like right before we go into it, we make everybody look around who they're there with, and if you came here with somebody tonight that you care about, look over at them and give them a hug, and just to be able to look out and just see all these people just hugging each other is just absolutely, like, it's just unreal. Like, don't get me wrong, I get fired up when people are beating the hell out of each other and moshing, but like just to see like all these people come together and hug each other in the room is just so incredibly wholesome. It's really amazing. So and then the chanting at the end too, it's just, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that feeling of being on a stage and having the kind of ability to be able to have that effect on people. Not a lot of people can say that they have had that effect on that amount of people, in that kind of environment. It's a crazy thing to think about. You're up there and you're looking at, like you just said, love that you've kind of just made happen there on the spot. Like, I can't even imagine that feeling. That's pretty cool.
It's completely bonkers. It's nuts. But it's super cool. and I got to experience this song on both ends of it, right? So they were playing this song before I joined the band, so they had written it and had it in the tunnel for like a while. So they've been playing it all year. We've been playing it. The band's been playing it all year. And so I was in the crowd the first time I heard it. Again, already a fan, and I was like, I heard it. We closed the sets with it, just like we closed the EP with it. And I was like, I went straight up to him, and I was like, guys, what did you do? Like, how did you, how? And I never really saw myself like performing like anthemic music. It's not like really kind of my vibe, because I don't like telling people what to do, and like obvious follow along signs. But there's something different about when we're playing this song live, because you still want to see a crowd say words back at you, and even people that have, you know, never seen us before, heard this song before, after like the third go round of hug them and tell them you love them, you can see people just like kind of can't resist it. Their mouths start to mouth it, their heads start to nod to it, and if you make eye contact with them, because I'm usually in the crowd going nuts at this point, you can see it really come out of them. If you can look at them, say the line back to them, and you kind of like do this silent communication where you're like, it's okay, like that feeling that you're feeling right now, like just like let it out, like don't hold it, you don't have to keep it to yourself right now, like we're in a crowd, this is what music is for, it's what mosh pits are for, this is what, you know, writing emotional stuff and bearing our soul in this way is for. So like just to have that like quick communication in that moment with people is like it's insane. Like that, it's really, really fun to play live, for sure.
You talk with so much passion. I just wanted to call that out really quick.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm just like, I believe every word this guy's telling me right now. I'm just kind of like, wow, that sounds so cool. That sounds, but I could feel it though. I'm just like, man, I mean, I'm just like, I love when I hear just people just like so happy to talk about something.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you said, like you were trying to imagine it, so I wanted to take you there because it is.
Yeah,
really
it did, and it did.
Cool,
it totally did.
Unique feeling.
Yeah,
I know the stage is not for everyone, but like, it's funny because before you even get to lyrics, I can say this: I didn't write any lyrics for this song, but we put the track list for this album together in the van while we were doing like a 4-day run.
Yeah.
I have like a little bit of a background in English. I studied English in college. So, you know, I was driving the car, but they're like, hey, Dave, like, what do you think? What do you think? So we're bouncing ideas back from the front to the bench in the back of the car. And we were putting these song titles together, knowing already that we wanted it to be acts. So like we knew they were act 1, act 2, act 3, and final act. We just wanted them to have subtitles. So we were putting them together after the fact. And oxytocin is the chemical that your body naturally releases when you're experiencing like love and comfort, like most notably during a hug. So when human beings receive a hug from one another, they release this chemical called oxytocin, and that's that warmness that you feel. That's that, like, you know, that's just that feeling that makes you want to open up when like you hug somebody, and if you count to 3, all of a sudden you both know to just like hug a little harder. Like that's a hefty dose of to go like from you know, where the band started with like He's Sleeping. It was a very dark, very heavy emotional record. To be in this place at the end of this record, I almost worry that we might be healing too fast. We want to write more music, so you know, and we will continue to write heavy music because that's just like what we do naturally. That's what we like as people. But it's really cool to be in this place and tie it all together, from the lyrics to the title to the live performance.
Wow. So this song like really truly means a lot to the band. This is like your guys' song. This is like, you think of Stential, you think of the final act.
Kinda, yeah, because like when we first started writing the EP, like we had an idea that we wanted to do a concept and we wanted to do the acts, but like we just wrote Act 1, and like that was it for like a what, like, because we didn't even go into Act 2. So like in the first act, you know, we wrote it around November-ish, maybe October of this time last year, and like I was struggling pretty hard mentally, and like my life is good, like I have a great life, my life is beautiful, and I just started getting depressed, and like one of the only line I had for the whole song was will I ever be happy again, and then Chris filled in the blanks of the rest of it. So like we carry this line, will I ever be happy again, throughout the second act and the final act. And then Act 2 wasn't, yeah, we were actually in the studio tracking, and Josh was like, yo, you guys should write a song right here right now in the studio, and me and Dom are downstairs in the basement, and we just started noodling around and messing with rhythms, and we laid these rhythms down, and we took it back to practice, added some melodies to it, and it just ended for how it, like it ended at the breakdown. But then I was like, yo, we should add the riff from Act 1 to the end of Act 2 to tie it all together, and then use that line again, will it ever be happy again.
Yep, there.
So then I'm like, all right, so now we have an Act 2, and then we wrote Act 3. What really wasn't originally Act 3, it was a different song, and first it went by Stimming, and then it went How to Get Veda to Pay Attention, which is Chris's daughter, and then Chris was like, yo, we should just make this Act 3, and that's where the third act came in. And by the time we made it to the final act, yeah, it was just, I just like really had an idea. I was like, we should just reuse that main riff from the first act and the end of the second act, and instead of saying like, will I ever be happy again, because at this point, like I've healed, like we've gone to therapy, you know, we found out like, you know, it's okay to get vulnerable and like take medication for shit if you need it. And like I put it like this, like just like we got to go to like a heart doctor to make sure our heart's okay, or a stomach doctor if there's something going on with our stomach, like when there's something up with our head, we got to go see a doctor for our heads. And you know, getting to that realization that, you know, life isn't as shitty as we've been making it out to be this whole time, and like, you know, we can be happy again. And that's where it sums up in the final act. And you know, Chris's lyrics are very, very simple, but they like hit so friggin' hard. You know, it's not the money I spend or what I have left in the end that defines who I am as a person. And like, you know, like what really brings us joy, you know, like being able to hug my son, my wife, you know, being able to hug your mom, like, yo, and I'm a grown ass man, okay? When I'm fucking sick, I still want my mom, like I want my wife. There's something special about a mother's love, you know? And like being able to have that connection and with other humans and people that you love, like that's really what it's about. At least that's what I get out of the song and the whole culmination of the acts. Dang, I really started rambling there.
No, it was good. I was just about to say, man, another man with passion here on this one. I mean, I love it. But to me, with a lot of the things you just said right now, Harry, it sounds like you've gone through a lot of kind of self-evaluation, kind of just, you know, self work on your on yourself, and going to therapy and really learning just about yourself, because all of that is really hard to do. You know, so it starts at acceptance first, and then you have to figure it all out. And it's not an easy process. And a lot of us only do that when we have to, you know, like when things are really fucking bad, when they're really too hard, then it's like, okay, fine, now I'll do it. And so, yeah, and that's how a lot of us do it. And so when you're talking, I'm just like, man, I feel like this guy's gone through something, and now he's overcome that and did a lot of like self-reflection and like work on yourself, and it's made you a better person.
For sure. And we all,
that's what I got from what you just said. I saw it.
And it's not just me either. It's Chris, it's Evan, it's Dom, it's Dave. Like we've all been through some wild shit, and like have gotten through it, and like, you know, figured out what what I would think is the solution. And like I want to pitch this over to Dave for the title of the EP, actually, because he's great with words. Because you mentioned had mentioned, like, you know, this self discovery and like trying to figure ourselves out, and that's where the title of the EP comes in.
Perfect segue.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because we had this idea for the acts, right? The tracks we knew we wanted to be acts. So we had this idea of the title. Is it going to be like a stage or a theater type theme for the EP? Makes sense, right? With acts. But Chris really had this idea of division. He kept saying, like, he just hit the group chat and he was like, I want the title of the EP to be something about like dividing the self, like, because you have to, you know, dissect yourself to get to the root of issues. You got to open the head up, like we said, when you're talking to a therapist, really get in there, dissect what's going on. And so division was really important to him. So we just kind of stewed on it for a little bit. Again, like analyzed the arc of the EP and how it is about self-discovery and the things that can help us remember what's important. And so yeah, I ruminated on it. I came up with this title, Solving for Self Through Long Division. I actually sat on it for like a little bit as the group chat was going off. Because again, I'm still a new member, so I'm still learning when to put in input. I know the guys are going to say like, dude, just give us everything. But, you know, as a new member of anything, you kind of work your way with ground things. So, but I put it in the chat and we mold a couple things around and they're like, that's actually really nice. And then funnily enough, we pitched it over to the artist to get the cover art for the album. And we are discussing mock-ups of how the words will be arranged on the screen. And we landed on the one where the words solving for self are separated from the words long division by one of the long division symbols on the album. So the title is divided, which circles back into the meaning of the title. So it kind of just like went into like, it's like this kind of like art loop that like feeds into itself. And that's how we ended on that. And
It's really creative.
Yeah, what makes Stential so interesting is it's like this kind of like a completeness to the art of it, to actually hit on lyrics, the music, the performance, the art, and make it all one thing. Has been really, really fun, really, really exciting.
Cool. Dominic and I'm Evan. Sorry, Dominic.
Jude's a Kevin. Nice. Got it, Evan. Who does Kevin?
Everyone says Kevin.
I'm terrible at names.
I blanked because I was reading the names on the Zoom thing, on the Zoom like icons, and yours just says iPhone, so I had to look down at my notes.
It wouldn't let me change my name. I don't know why.
I was like, thanks, Dave, Dominic, Harry, and where did it? Evan.
My name is iPhone 5, actually. As a matter of fact.
Dominic and Evan, or iPhone, what are your thoughts on just everything that's been discussed so far? You know, the artwork and just self-discovery. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, like I said before, I mean, I'm glad, I guess, that my description wasn't too far off from what it all was. But yeah, I mean, you know, it really is just about, like, just cutting it all open, seeing, like, you know, the ugly, the bad, the good, the evil, the, you know, what have you, and just, like, really analyzing each part of yourself. And, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what you do is what you do, and or what you do is what you do. And you know, you can have this super negative outlook in life, and, you know, for sure bad things are gonna happen. You know, sometimes you might not do the right thing, or you know, just something good happens, or something not good happens to you, and you know, you can either just, you know, be miserable, or you know, the best thing to do is to look at these things, reflect, and just actually try to make it better. Because I mean, regardless if bad things are happening or not, or if there's something bad within you, it doesn't matter, because it's not worth losing your life or taking your life. And you know, that's something that we are really passionate about, is you know, hugging people, telling them that they're important, and you know, making sure people feel you know, safe and secure in this world. So like, yeah, I think it's just really important to you know, take the positive in it. Because I mean, yeah, I wake up every day and I you know, I see fucked up shit in the fucking world or whatever, but it's like, you know, I just because that's happening, like, it doesn't mean that you should just, you know, think about that forever. Like, just think about ways you can, I don't know, make the people around you, make their lives better, make the people you love, make their lives better, make your family lives better, you know, make your partner's life better. And, you know, because at the end of the day, you even just to the point of making yourself better is going to improve the lives of people around you, whether they notice it not, or whether you notice it before. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just glad, you know, I wasn't far off with my. Yeah, like Harry said, we're not doing no like Shakespearean lyricism anyway, and I mean, we don't want that regardless, you know. Like, firm and to the point, and it's important that people get it clear from us.
This is already one of the best episodes that I've done for this podcast. Just like, there's so much great like knowledge and like quotes out of this. I'm just like, I'm gonna have a really hard time trying to like clip together like just one or two solid flips for snippets of this. I'm just like, okay, I can use that, I can use that, I can use that. I'm just like, we haven't even gotten to the song yet.
You got a lucky night, 'cause honestly, I normally don't talk this much at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Dom knows that much, because he slept for like a solid 50 hours in the van on tour.
Yeah, they had a pack of Alani, and all of those guys were drinking Alanis like probably every 2 or 4 hours. And meanwhile, every time we stepped in that van, I just lights out.
I just don't like sleeping. I don't know what.
But you do remembers the song names.
It's weird.
All right, you guys have inspired me to do something that I've never done on this podcast. It is I'm going to call it the Stential Special or exclusive. So I'll find out a cool name, and I'll do this on other interviews too. But anybody listening, if you are sitting next to somebody while you're listening to this podcast, give them a hug.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
How about that?
That's super sick.
If you're laying down in bed with your loved one, give them a quick little hug real quick.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually going to start doing that in future episodes. I'm going to do it occasionally. It's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
That's be super cool.
Special. I'm taking the Stential Special. I'll call it that. The double S.
It rolls off the tongue.
It does. It does.
If you don't trip on it.
As long as I have your permission to do this.
Definitely.
Then, all right. I as long as I have your blessing. Okay. I don't want to take over, but I think it's a fun thing to do. I know we bypassed your section really quick, Evan. Was there something that you wanted to add to that?
As far as like the self-discovery and things.
Yeah, just kind of, you know, your thoughts and where you're coming from emotionally and mentally when it comes to, you know, all you know, your music and kind of just what you guys do.
So I relate to it like everything completely, because I've been through a lot of similar situations as other people in the band. I'm the kind of person who, you know, I've suffered a lot in life, but is it more than the average person? I really don't know. Maybe it's the way I'm looking at the suffering and reacting to it. I think that might be a little more likely. So like if I I don't know. I have to suffer. I'm the kind of person who has to suffer until I can't take the agony anymore, whether it's, physical or mental or what have you. And then I force myself to figure out where all this negativity is coming from. Like, what's the root? What's the cause? Now that I know the cause, I can work towards a solution, and I know what I'm dealing with now. So that's kind of my experience with self-discovery, and it's been a roller coaster. I mean, like, I'm not like, okay, I'm good now, and I go off into the sunset like a movie. It's like there's downturns and upturns and level planes, and that's just my head. But I am who I am, and it's made me who I am, and I don't have any regrets.
Awesome. Well, we were talking about, dissecting, our thoughts and emotions here, but what I want to dissect is what I call the heart of the band, which is the lyrics. All right, this is the final act by Stential. Let's check this track out. I think I forgot to tell you guys this, but this is my first time hearing this track. So this is a real live, I intentionally do that. I forgot to bring that up in the beginning. I intentionally do not listen to the tracks that bands tell me they want to break down, because I want to go into it with my first interpretation of it.
We hyped it up big time.
You did.
Big shoes.
You really did. And that's kind of what stopped me from saying that. I'm like, okay, I kind of just want to be in this moment. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to be in it.
Cool.
Now I understand the math core. It just kind of, it seems like I'm just like, I don't really know what to do with my body right now. Kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm like, okay. These lyrics, I will be happy again. It's not the money I spend or what I have left in the end that defies who I am as a person. This check can't buy the touch. This place, it sucks my blood. This check won't give me much. This place can't buy me love.
Relate to all that. That's for sure.
Fire.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this place can't buy me love. Out of all those, this, I think that last one's the heaviest one.
yeah.
I mean, love is arguably the strongest emotion in the world, and heaviest. And no matter what you do, or what you have left in the end, or the money you spend, it's not about any of that shit. And I think that last line just kind of sums all that up, and the listener understands exactly what you're talking about. And this sucks my blood. They're fucking vampires out here.
There's a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them in the
Energy vampires. They exist. It's a real thing.
Oh, they do. They can't help it. I feel it.
So how do you guys feel when you listen to this?
I was thinking about it as it was playing, and I've had a lot of most jobs just bore me, just like normal jobs. I mean, I've been working since I was 16. I was a cart boy. It's my first job. I kind of like that job, actually. It's my first job. It was exciting, but I've never had a job that I actually enjoyed all the time. And it could be just a reflection on me and how my brain is put together and how my neurons fire. But I dread 9 to 5 jobs. Like
Me too.
I don't know. I just dread it, and it's part of a deeper issue that I'm exploring for years, piecing together what the hell is wrong with me. But not wrong. I shouldn't say those words. What's different about me that's giving me some difficulty in my life? It's a better way to put it, I think. One thing I like to say, like to myself at least, like sadness and depression, like I would rather feel sad all the time than depressed all the time. Depression is the absence of feeling. Sadness is passion. And it makes you feel alive. I struggle with depression, like a lot of people do. And it sucks the emotion out of you until you can't take pleasure in piloting around your meat suit anymore, to put it into funny terms. But
So when you had
Bigger metaphysical, but
yeah, so when you had said earlier about just getting up and taking a shower, it sounds like you were kind of talking from a personal experience, just a personal place with it.
yeah, I mean, it kicked in it was like 16. It kicks in for a lot of people. And I was like, thought it was a teenager thing. I was like, wow, why does everything and everyone suck so much? Basically, is my 16-year-old inner dialogue. And like this, like, wow, everyone just blows. And sorry, shouldn't use words like that, but they're
You're good.
that's what my 16-year-old self said. And it didn't really get better. At the same time, I didn't give it a chance to get better because my parents weren't the whole generation. I shouldn't say my parents, but the generation before us, obviously had a lot of different views on psychology, which is a super developing science today.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't back then.
Right.
So I've realized a lot of things about myself that just made everything make sense. Because the alternative to that was I was broken, and I was just broken and defective, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just messed up. But millions of other people feel the same stuff. And now, everyone knows that. And it's like, wow, I'm not broken. My brain just works differently. So I need to find workarounds that other people don't need. That's the way so getting to happiness out of depression it's like, it's a voyage. It's like you're in like a sail ship, and you're sailing around the world. Like you don't even know what is happiness. Menzingers, to quote them, it's just a moment. I'm going to start rambling now.
And it's interesting that you bring up work and career when you listen to all this, because I mean that plays. I don't think a lot of people truly understand just how much your life revolves around work. And
We define
Sims in this country.
exactly, Emily. It's so crazy. It is absolutely nuts, and I think people should be doing what they love as a career, and it sucks that finances is a fucking thing because we get trapped in it, and it's easy to get lost in it because you get comfortable, you become stable, and it's just before you know it, you're about to retire, and that's all your energy's gone at that point. And so it's interesting that you brought up the career. This check won't give me much. Yeah, the money's not the money's not doing it.
It's really cool what he does here on this track. Again, like this, it's the culmination of like the songs and the feelings in the EP. So we start out as unsure if we'll be happy, and we go through a couple of the things that make us happy. And right here, as like we're on the cusp of it, there's like kind of like that one last obstacle of a thing that takes your happiness away, and that's like working, right? Like it gives us happiness because it gives us the money to do the things that we want to do for the people we love, but it requires literally our life force, our time. And like you said, our identity gets wrapped up in it. But it starts with, instead of asking like, will we be happy again? It says, I will be happy again. So at the start of this song, it's a declarative. That's an action. That's a choice.
I was literally just about to bring that up, and like how you guys started with it. Like it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we're about to say some serious shit, we're screaming it, but just know it's coming from a place of light and of hope.
Yeah, so it's like right after a declarative statement, it's kind of like one last reflection on something that normally would drag you down, and it's looking right at that thing. It's not this work that I'm pouring all this time, and it's like you said at the start, it's not about all those things. Like it's that final realization and release of like, I let all of this stuff go in the way that it like weighs me down and hurts me. It's like, remember, focus on the stuff that brings you joy, the stuff that brings you love. And it kind of moves through like that whole range of emotions like really quickly. Like I said, I read these lyrics in the studio as I was recording them, so I had a kind of a similar experience to what you're having. I knew the pattern and the rhythm of it, but I didn't know what the actual words were. And I didn't even know what note I was going to sing, I'm going to be honest. I made that note up, like literally, I opened my mouth and just went, I don't know, and that's what came out. No, seriously. And but I read those lyrics from Chris, and I hope he thinks we're doing a good job for him. Yeah, it kind of sums up all these emotions like real quick to be one last like happy.
Very, very cathartic. I agree.
I like that.
I do.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah.
I could chill, man.
And that exhale is what
I love it. Part's fun. Song is fun.
yeah.
Anybody else have anything you wanted to add, or you want to continue and jump right back into it?
I kind of do want to say something about this because
Sure.
yeah, I mean, yo, I hate my job so much, wrong. So much, and like I've been bitching about it for weeks, and like just that first line, it's just like taking control back and like persevering. Like I will be happy again. Like, you know, I'm gonna push through this shit and I'm gonna get it. And like, obviously, you know, yay capitalism and like having to work to take care of our families and pay our bills, and like you got the white collar jobs and you got the blue collar jobs, and like in the corporate scheme of things, these big companies just don't give a fuck. Like you're a worker ant, and like they are gonna keep piling stuff on top of you and until you break or just continue to do it. And like at my job right now, you know, one of my coworkers left, and I graciously, you know, without choice, inherited her workload. And like, you know, I keep going to my manager like, yo, I can't handle this. This is too much. Like, and I'm not, like, I have a good work ethic. I work hard. And like, I've been to the point where like just miserable every day, ready to quit every single day. And like just being here and talking about this is just incredibly therapeutic because like, you know, yeah, work fucking sucks and it's probably always going to suck. Will I eventually find something that I love to do and make money from it? Maybe, maybe not. But you know, trying to leave the shit between that 9 to 5 and leave it there, and at 5:01 come home and love my family and live my life. Like that's where I'm starting to lose sight because, you know, I'm letting that shit drag me back down again, and I'm not happy. And like I gotta leave work at work as much as it sucks, and like I gotta do these things to fulfill my responsibilities and financial obligations in order to make sure my family has this happy life. And like the fact that I'm letting it bleed in to my home life and my family life is like, you know, exactly what we're fucking screaming our heads off here about. You know what I
Yeah, I was just gonna say what you're telling me right now, Harry, is what I remember Dominic saying. How he was saying how like the way that your mood, how it affects others.
Yeah.
And so you're talking about hating your job and being miserable, and then coming home to your wife and your kid, and it's like if you're coming home miserable already, I'm sure that has an impact on everybody else in the house.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes, it does. Even the animals.
Yes. Very, very true.
Cats act differently when I come home angry.
My awareness of that alone has caused me to like alienate myself from people more than
Which I promise I don't hurt anyone or the cats, but you know, when you're stomping around, you know.
Yeah, that after work anger and being able to like dial it back and just be in the moment and be like, now is what matters. Like, you know, I got my family here. They fucking love the shit out of me. Let me hug somebody and like, cause like my daughter is very young too right now. Like she's 4 and she's at that age where she's like a sponge and like feeds off that energy. And like, how am I gonna react to, you know, something that she's doing? Am I gonna like get super impatient and yell like, and like, okay, if I lose my cool and yell, that's okay, but like, how am I gonna make things right here? Like, I need to go over and give her a hug and tell her I'm sorry, because like that's where kids really learn. Like, okay, this guy, you know, my dad, who I think is big, strong, and powerful, just lost his fucking cool, but he knows, like, he showed me, like, you know, he's sorry, so like, it's okay to have feelings and, you know, show your feelings, and like Evan mentioned, you know, the generation before us, it was very like hush hush and be a man and don't show your feelings. And so like trying to break that cycle and just like, yo, we have feelings, it's okay to show them. You know, sometimes they're gonna hurt people, sometimes they're gonna hurt ourselves, we're gonna hurt ourselves, but what are we doing about it afterwards? Are we trying to make things right? Are we trying to acknowledge the harm that we caused and the feelings that we're feeling? Because I feel like I've said that word a lot now, but like like it's important to like acknowledge that stuff. And because like, you know, I felt very unique and alone when, just like Evan mentioned, that you know, when I was feeling these things and this depression, and once I found out like I'm not the only one going through these things, 80% of the human population is, didn't feel nearly as different and fucked up as I thought I did. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys.
Oh, no.
thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't really know how to respond to that. That'll take me a minute. So let's dive back into this track because we have more lyrics to break down.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So hugs me and tells me he loves me. Lie scream! My wife hugs me and tells me she loves me. Lie scream! Hug your mother and tell her you love her. Lie scream! Hug your mother and tell her you love her. Lie scream! Hug them and tell them you love them. 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 Hug them and tell them you love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say okay. So the first thing that I wanted to say was this is also another first for the podcast. I have never heard a track that screamed so many positive words in one song. That's a first.
Yeah.
They have positive sayings and there's positive quotes and lyrics, but just like the actual words themselves, just like this is a first. This is a first. This is not what I was expecting at all. At all. And I don't really know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. Because I'm like, okay, I know their style, but these lyrics, so I don't know how they're going to go about it. So I don't know. I kind of need a minute to process this one. No, I'm gonna let you guys start though. I'm gonna let you guys start. Let me go. Well, let's do it this way. So, all right, we got some lyrics to break down. Well, we'll start with that.
Yeah.
The next lines were, I think was there a
Yeah. So it's actually
husband one?
No. So it's flipped there. It starts son and then it's wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed. My son hugs me and tells me he loves me. Life's great. And then it goes, my wife hugs me and tells me she loves me. Hug your mother and tell her you love her. Hug your mother. So you say that part twice. And then you go, hug them and tell them you love them. Hug them and tell them.
5 seconds.
Tell them you love them. Hug them and kick them and punch them and kick them. Hug them and tell them you love them. That's really interesting lyrics. It really, really is. And I love the kick and punch and kick, because a lot people can look at a mosh pit and just be like, those people are fucking killing each other. How is this fun for fucking anybody? But if you get it, like for me, I had no clue that you guys were referring to a pit, but I'm just like, I mean, it's gotta be, because I'm like, I've never been anywhere where these physical emotions were had that wasn't from an amazing rock show.
Yeah.
In the pit. Someone falls, you pick them up. Then you pick them and punch them again.
That's right.
Yeah, mosh pits are like a collective way of everyone to release aggression, like pent up aggression, in like a relatively safe way. I feel like that's like a important purpose they serve. If you want to think about it in like in psychology terms, it's just, I'm just pulling that out of my ass, but it sounds right. I don't know.
I think a lot of like my favorite breakdowns and a lot of like what are considered like the best and the most fun breakdowns, like know that they're breakdowns. And so we're not the first and we won't be the last to like kind of break the fourth wall in the lyrics like during a breakdown. But correct me if I'm wrong, Harry. I'm pretty sure this was like a studio creation. Like right as we were recording it, Harry was like, I got this idea and we laid it down. I don't know how long you thought about it before that. But that kind of like when you're listening to a mosh pit and it tells you to get up, or a breakdown and it tells you to get up, get down, and you pick your head up and you slam it down. Like that kind of like fourth wall break is like super interesting and fun.
I really liked how you guys... You said you were screaming the words and there was zero music behind you, and then what was it? The guitar that came in next, or the drums that came in next? I just remember it was guitar and then drums, and then everybody came in together.
And then
yeah, that was cool. That was cool how you guys did that. That build up was fun.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I had a lot of fun playing that one line.
Yeah, I bet. Hug, my wife, my son, your mother, just really important people in your life. Just keep them there, keep them there, and just continue to love them. Just great messages there. Especially like I think, for everybody, of course, but I think when it comes to our mothers and our parents, we think they're going to live forever. We never expect to get that call. And even if they're decreasing in age or in health, like we still just never expect that call. And so it's yeah, it's a good reminder. We tend to not think about our parents a lot of times at shows, especially when we're younger. You know, if we're in a mosh pit or, you know, we're screaming out song lyrics, you know, there's not too many about moms, at least not that I know of or have done. So it's an interesting concept of yelling out "hug your mother" at a rock show.
Believe it or not, so like I said, I was not in the band the first time I heard this song.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the show that they were playing was a Mother's Day weekend show.
It was the first time he played the song too.
So like there was actually a couple people like someone I came later, we were at a show and they were saying to Harry, they were like, yeah, I love the Mother's Day song. And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, it's like, no, it's not like a Mother's Day. Somebody played it on Mother's Day. But like you said, I think it's kicked.
You should embrace that and just call it our Mother's Day song. What are you doing? That's a great marketing strategy.
We could make Mother's Day car.
You should. You totally should. It's a great idea, a great marketing idea for next year.
No doubt.
I just want a T-shirt if you make one, just because I was involved in it somehow. I just want to wear one. Hug them and tell them you love them. Oh yeah. So okay, yeah, we finished all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we just do that for a while because we felt like it was important to say. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking beneath that, for me, like beneath the words, there's a lot going on for me. It reminds me of mortality.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
That's an interesting place to go after hearing this song. That's a very interesting place to go.
It brings me to grief. Yeah, I have a lot of it. I have a lot of dead friends. Just is what it is. That's life sometimes. And so I have a lot of grief from a couple different sources. So that's one thing that I still haven't really been able to figure out how to deal with. And I think you just don't. I think it's just, you just live with it. It's like a wound, like that. The pain never goes away. Like if you get like a really bad physical wound, like you're always in pain. You just stop noticing it because you get so accustomed to it. And the human body and mind they're amazingly resilient. So
one thing I'm going to say with the most respect to what you just said is I think it's very important what we say to ourselves. You know, if you constantly say, and I'm not saying you personally, but if you constantly say, this is how I am, this is what I accept, this is that. I mean, it takes time. Like you start to believe it. The more you say it, the more you believe it, and you just accept it, and it is what it is. But I think if it's something that is an issue, trying to rewire in the way you reword the things you say to yourself in your head, you might start to believe it and things change. Because it definitely works the opposite way. So if you kind of just revert it.
You bring up a very good point. Now you're going to help me deal with it now.
If you just reverse the thought, like you're not going to say it right now and then wake up, oh, I feel amazing. But the same way that we hold on to like traumas and depression, is just the more we do it, the worse it gets. The more we play into it, the worse it gets. And it's like that resistance of that feeling, and it takes time to kind of pull that knob back, but once you can, feels fucking great, dude.
I'm sure it does. Well, that gives me hope. So I have some knots to untangle going forward for sure that I've been trying to. But
yeah, it sounds like you're going through something heavy, and I'm definitely not going to ask or anything like that. But I do think
because of that right now, this is just like no one's died recently. Just want to fix this.
But it seems like it still has an effect on you though.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's yeah. I think acceptance is huge, to accept what has happened, but I think it's also important to not linger in it for too long.
That's right.
I agree with that. Accept that somebody has passed and know that it fucking sucks, but that's what it is. It sucks, and that's all. And
yeah,
if you can reverse it in a way where it's like, instead of when you think about them being something sad, it's like, no, you think about the good. And it's like, I'm not going to think about the last time I saw them because that's a sad feeling. It's like, let me think about that one day we both got drunk and went to the rock show or whatever, it's like, it's just flipping those things that cause those negative emotions and just flipping them to it be a positive thing. And over time you start to believe it. And before you know it, it's just natural.
Luckily, a lot of the time I think of those people, it is positive. I'll be driving the car and, Sam Cooke will come on. And my friend from years ago, who's passed, introduced me to Sam Cooke when he would play Sam Cooke covers. And I love Sam Cooke. I listen to him to this day. So it's just a lot of stuff like that. A song will come on, I'll be like, I miss that guy. And so nowadays it's kind of in the background, luckily, but there'll be some knots to untie for sure.
Yeah. Music can be a very powerful thing. It can either inspire. Well, one of the things it can do is inspire and make you happy, but it can also just remind you of another time and just take you back there in a place you don't really want to be. And I find myself doing a lot of that when I'm going through shit. I just put on the most depressive music and I just wallow in it because it's easier to stay there. I don't want to do anything else. I'll just stay for, it's just like, this sucks so hard right now. But what also sucks is sounding about
More sad music.
That's sadder than me. Yeah.
exactly. And that's the weird effect of music. It has multiple different effects here.
What's one of those go-to albums for you? When you're just like, I'm so blue. Like for me, I look at it as kind of like an ego death. I'm like, I need to get so sad that I just flatten, and then from there I'm at a foundation and I can rebuild. So I have like a couple of albums that are like go-to for me. Like for me, something about Silver Sun Pickups Carnivis album, like there's a tonality to it and it goes in a range of emotions, and I'll probably cry a little bit when I'm singing along, but by the end I've ridden a journey that makes me feel better.
It's interesting because when you think about exactly, so you're like, what's your album when you want to feel this? And I was thinking about it because I don't like have a specific album. I'm like, oh, when I'm sad, I'm going to put this whole album on because the lyrics are about something that I can relate to at the moment. For me, it took me to, okay, if I'm sad, I want to listen to songs from a time era that was just better for me. Instead of like a band or a track because of what they sing about, but just a sound and music that just takes me out of the feeling that I'm at. And I think one of those albums definitely for me is Hyper Theory from Linkin Park.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
And City of Evil from Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, that album just takes me to this, just it is amazing.
You're probably around our age, it sounds like then. Yeah.
Probably. Well, yeah.
It's not City of Evil for me, but it's actually really funny when I listen to Waking the Fallen, I can see RuneScape like on my in front of me, because like when I was a kid, like I play RuneScape on the computer, I listened to Waking the Fallen like a lot, because I was like really into it. So like whenever I listen to that album, even though I can listen to the songs and the lyrics and everything about the music that makes it great, it's like if I allow myself to, like I can just see the screen in front, like I'm just there. I see the dude walking and I'm playing RuneScape. So music's really cool like that.
I mean, yeah, Avenged Sevenfold's City of Evil, like that album literally changed my life. It made me want to play guitar. It made me want to play music. I was wearing like the cut off gloves to fucking school, and I would play Avenged. I would bring my guitar to school, and my left-handed friend, he would bring his guitar to school, and we would do the V's when they play, and they do the V. Yeah. We would like just jam together playing Avenged Sevenfold, doing that. And so that album has really, I mean, there's parts of it you can dissect, but like it's not like an emotional, depressive or whatever album, but it just takes me back to Warped Tour because that was the first time I saw Avenged Sevenfold was at Warped Tour, so it just takes me back to like just such this fucking awesome time.
That's rad.
Yeah, why is my playlist on, on my phone, like, from the years 2001 to 2010? I don't know. There's no reason. It turned out that way.
And that's what you do, Evan. When you start to feel these thoughts and these depressive things, put on something that just takes you back
Yeah, that's
to a
solid
better
advice.
time and live there instead. Don't live in that dark place. You don't want to go over there, dude.
It's 2004.
Go over to the other side.
Just about to get complicated, but it's not yet. 13 years old. I don't know. Sweet spot.
Whatever it is, TV show, movie, music, whatever. That's what you do. You go back to that happy place. Put on Happy Gilmore and look at his happy place.
Hey, yeah.
Just put on the final act and think about that time you saw Stential, and it was really awesome. How sick that made you feel.
It made me feel pretty sick.
What about you, Dominic? How are you feeling, man? I feel like I haven't heard from you in a minute.
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good. Cool.
Everybody else, just letting everybody else fill in,
How does this song and these lyrics make you feel, man?
These lyrics, this song. I mean, honestly, I like Evan said, this is probably one of my favorites to perform. I mean, even though it's the last song in the set, like, even though I don't mean to, I kind of like somehow like preserve energy from the other songs to do this one specifically, especially because like in that final breakdown, there's like a lot of like jumping out of the seat, crashing on the cymbals, telling people to get up or what have you, like pointing people out in the crowd, like you do stuff like that all the time. And honestly, the other thing too that I really like about the song, which is funny, is that at the end of the song we always just end up going crazy for like a minute or two, maybe like just wailing on everything. So like I kind of think to just think of it as like a mini drum solo where like that one moment on stage where it's just don't fucking worry about anything else. Don't worry about landing a part. What they think, just go for it, have fun, and just let live and be free.
Hell yeah. One of the cool things about when drummers come on this show, they talk about how good it feels to just fucking hit something. You're back there and like you're feeling these emotions and you're getting this major workout in too, and you're just hitting things, and man, like just just hitting something. There's something to it.
Yeah, no, there definitely is something to hitting stuff for sure. There's a certain magic to it. Yeah. And I mean, really, I feel that way about all the songs. I mean, even though, like I said, that one's like one of my favorites. Like all the other songs still have their important touches to them. Good variety. Like I try not to play too consistently, even though, I mean, sometimes it'll probably come off that way. But I mean, that's just how hardcore and stuff like that can be. But no, still just playing drums is a medicine to me. It's really honestly the only thing that, I mean, I'm not saying it's the only thing that makes me happy, but it's probably, at least if it's not number one, it's very close to being number one. And
Blessing to curse.
yeah, blessing and a curse.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, like you guys were talking before, I mean, unfortunately, I do way too many hours at work than I should be, and there's just so much more time I wish I could spend just doing the things I love. And I mean, like I'm able to like fit in these practices after these long work days, but it also just kind of sucks too, because half the time you have to go to these practices on like these long work weeks, and like for guys like me who I only have Sunday off actually, so like I have to like, even like no matter what day a show falls on, 9 times out of 10 I'm working that day too. And like it kind of sucks because you're just like, damn, you feel like you feel like you can't give it all because you're just tired, and you never feel like you're giving yourself 100% at a show just because you're that tired. But regardless, I still try to do it anyway, and I still love it, and I'm gonna push through regardless. I'm gonna keep playing shows no matter what, and yeah.
That balancing act that we play with our life is just it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I always love.
How do you do so much and be able to put your effort into everything? Like, how can you love your job and give it your everything, and like they all want, and then go home and give your everything to your son or your wife? Or
He also plays.
it's impossible.
Yeah, he's the backbone of the Jersey scene.
He plays in like 6 other bands.
Anyway, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It is a hard balancing act for sure. But I mean, unfortunately, it's just one of those things that we have to push through because I mean that's just unfortunately the way society's built, where we have to, you know,
Where within a society?
in this society if we wanna make it out here, and so we just have to push through. But I mean, there's always hope that we keep doing this, and who knows, maybe even one day do this for a living. Oh,
That's always the goal, right? Is to do what you love. And
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like ever expecting that. I'm not saying like that's what has to happen. Like I'm gonna love doing this regardless. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, yeah.
I think it's important to come at music from that place.
I've already
sure.
had a ton of my life.
It's important to shoot for the dreams, even if they're unrealistic to you, just cause it's what I always like to say is, if I don't make it, I at least want to die trying. And I want to say that when I died, I at least tried my hardest. I gave it my all, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna strive for regardless. So yeah.
Better to fail than to like, and know you failed. And like, what if we could have done it? I could have done that thing
Yeah.
way back then. You'll never know. It'll nag at you.
I will be happy again.
Yeah, you will. You will.
I will be. That saying to me is like that's our like our little triumph there. We will be happy again.
The hope. At the end of the EP.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, for the most part, we control our emotions, so we can push towards these things and we can make them happen. So, yeah, I will be happy again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
yeah. This is probably one of my favorite interviews by far. By far, this is fun. How are you guys overall feeling about this experience of having this kind of talk with your band and yeah, just having this open kind of session to get some of this shit out
Honestly,
as a band? I did not get like personal therapy or any bullshit like that, but as a band to just be able to get together and be like, hey, let's talk about this shit for a minute.
no, I mean, honestly, it's always great because I mean, somehow, even though like we always like talk about this thing, and like even like we did another podcast, like it somehow still always is different every time we talk about it. Yeah. There's always more to dive at. There's always more to dig into. And yeah, these guys are great, and you've been great too, honestly. Thank you for having us. Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, these guys are great. We all have a lot of depth to our characters, and
yeah, it seems like you all have kind of gone through something, and you know what it's like to suffer, but you also know what it's like to overcome and be happy again. And so you just get each other.
Yeah.
It's like, I know where you're coming from on this. I know where you're coming from on this. We're all in the same impossible spot in life, but we're doing this music because we just fucking love it, and we have to do it for our soul. It's the only way we're gonna get through all the other bullshit in this world if we're not, pursuing something outside of this life and bringing that spark back.
Yeah, definitely. There's like, when being in a band, it's like, at first it was like we would just get together and practice and write music, and the longer we've been together, like the more cohesive it's gotten. Like we started filling in the cracks in between the music writing, like especially like touring together, spending all that time in the van. Like we had a ton of time to talk, and we really got to talk about some awesome shit. And you were like you said, how do you say it? What does it feel like to talk about this and get vulnerable? And the first thing that popped in my head was like, this is just normal Stential shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's cool.
this is just regular Stential shit.
Yeah.
It's not like we're
You guys all seem very open and honest about everything, and so I definitely got that vibe. That's probably how you guys are probably with each other all the time.
It's and that
Yeah.
big reason why I pulled myself out of bad situations. If I wasn't always comfortable just talking about that stuff, but like to let other people too. And so I don't mind sharing about it now because it helps me, helps others, hopefully.
definitely. I'm kind of bummed that Chris isn't here. Like, with our Domans, like, we're like, oh, we love each other so much. Princess.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for bailing on us. This is his fault. This is his fault. Wow. But all right. Well, what does 2026 look like for Stential?
New music for sure. We're gonna sit down in January, and the goal is to write a full length. We were talking about doing some more runs, either up the East Coast, like New England area, and then we were talking about going south too.
So if somebody asked you, where is the best place to find everything Stential, where would you lead them to?
So they're link. Do we have a link tree?
Yeah, Linktree will take you to everything. We have a Linktree, but Instagram, I would say that's where you're gonna find everything, because there's a bunch of links in the bio, and that'll take you pretty much anywhere. But I mean, if you Google Stential, you're gonna get Stential.
What's your Instagram handle, just so everybody is clear where they can find you at?
Yeah.
I think it just changed. Don't pardon my screen.
Yeah, I think it's solving for Stential.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Oh, we just changed it back.
Oh, did we?
We changed it back to just Stential NJ.
Well, let me find out right now. All right, this is a little awkward, but
Prove me wrong.
Great podcasting. Great podcast.
at stential.nj.
Okay. Or you just Google Stential, New Jersey, or Stential, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a ton of stuff.
So
Not a Wikipedia page yet, but
That's the goal. That was the original goal.
Hell yeah.
Success.
That's when you know you made it.
That's where
Don't. Cool. Well, I super appreciate the openness that you guys had tonight, and the great inspirational, just stories, and just hearing that other people feel this way too is very impactful. And for me, that's what music always did for me. It made me feel like I wasn't alone. And so I just wanted more of that, and so I love having these interviews, and I love bands just telling their story, from a good place and emotional place. And hopefully your fans and your audience will feel a deeper connection with you guys, and just create that bond even stronger. And I hope that this interview is well received from them. And I'm glad you guys had fun. A little bit of fun, just hanging out and talking for a little bit.
Had a lot of fun.
yeah, it was awesome. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow not hating my job.
There you go. And again, it's the words that you say. So when you're driving to work, you should say, "I am gonna have so much fun today."
Spritz in my car.
Let's not get crazy.
This drive right now is so nice. It's a little cold, but I got my music playing. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna have to do this again sometime because there was a big part of your family missing tonight. Chris, sorry you couldn't be here, dude. But that just means when you guys have more music, we got to do it again and break down another track.
Yeah, Stential Part 2.
Stential Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me on a super late Wednesday. But it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks
For having us, man.
And go Blackhawks.
Go Blackhawks.
Go Blackhawks.